Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is King Lion, and today I finally get to show you all my top 10 plugins on HDOS for 2023. The HDOS team has just released a whole new long list of plugins. This is going to be a game changer for this client. Now I won't go over every plugin that was released, however I will go over the top 10 I think you should all use. Some of these include quality of life things such as scaling, PVM help, bank organization, and a ton more. With all that being said, let's get right into the video. So first things first, you have to know how to turn on the plugins, right? Well, there's two ways you can go about this. Go to your settings tab, go to all settings. At the very bottom, you should see a plugins tab itself, and then you can see all the plugins listed there. The second way you can access the plugins list, which is the personal favorite of the two methods, there's an arrow icon on the middle right-hand side of your user interface. From there, click the settings icon. You will see a long list of plugins. So coming in at number 10 on the top 10 plugins list, it is going to have to be the bank plugin. What this allows you to do is show grand exchange value, show high alchemy value, show exact bank value itself, and probably the feature that I appreciate the most out of this one is going to have to be the enable keyboard bank pen. What this allows you to do is actually input your bank code with your numbers on your keyboard. This saves a lot of time and prevents you from locking yourself out of your bank account. Huge headache saver, just turn it on. Now coming in at number 9 is going to have to be bank tag layouts. Now, I know this is another banking one, however, this can be very beneficial to you and your account, especially in a pinch. If you need food or a certain item in a very fast amount of time, this will allow you to navigate through your banking system a lot easier and a lot faster, as long as you set it up one time or make minor changes in the future when needed. As far as it goes, if you want to create a tab itself, you click the plus icon in the top left-hand side of your bank interface, name it whatever you want. And then from there, you will see a icon in the left-hand side. You can change the icon by right-clicking it and change the icon to gold if you want to, so that way you know exactly what that bank tab should be. Makes it easier for yourself, save yourself some time, save yourself a headache. Enable this one. Now coming in at number 8 is going to have to be ground markers. This is super beneficial for skillers and PVMers to give yourself a reminder of exactly where you need to stand, or where there's a safe spot for certain bosses. This gives you the benefit of telling you exactly where you need to stand, and you can label them however you need to. For instance, at Wintertot, I like to place one in front of the actual burning braziers and a safe spot for a woodcut location. This is a great reminder for yourself in the future. Now this does have a couple other settings as far as drawn marker tiles on minimap, so you actually see where the tiles are. They're highlighted yellow. You can change the color to whatever you'd like. Like I said, number 8, super beneficial for PVMers and skillers alike. Now coming in at number 7 is going to have to be Interact Highlight. This is a wonderful plugin just because it shows you exactly what you're going to be clicking on the next, and it highlights it for you, so it's really hard to miss. If you're in a PVM location or just fighting a boss, it'll tell you exactly where you're standing or what you're actually going to be clicking on. Plus it also highlights banks, other NPCs, objects, so on and so forth. So it's very beneficial just to have this one on, so that way you know exactly what you're clicking on, and it's just a great quality of life plugin to have on your list. Now coming in at number 6 is gonna have to be the Slayer plugin. This has a lot of different benefits for you, but just a couple notable ones. Display a Slayer task information box, which is typically on the top left-hand side. Once you wear a Slayer helmet, for instance, it'll tell you exactly what your Slayer task is, as long as you have this plugin on. This also does allow you to enable Slayer task command chat, which if you want to do, you could go to your chat bar, !task. It'll tell you exactly what your task is as well. And then last but not least, you can highlight tiles and outline your NPCs that you want to kill, which in this scenario is red for me. This is a great indicator to show you exactly which monsters are your actual Slayer task compared to monsters that might not be there. So another great plugin to have if you're a PVMer. Now coming in at number 5 would have to be the Agility Helper. This is on the vanilla client, however this one is just a little bit different. This gives you a ton of options to customize to whatever your gameplay style is. This displays the object tiles on where you're supposed to click, marks of grace, display lap count, so it tells you exactly how many laps until you get your next level. It also tells you how many laps you're doing per hour and how many laps until your goal is complete. So that's why this one has to be on the top 5 for all the quality of life stuff it gives you. Taking the 4th slot on the top 10 plugins list would have to be the Achievement Diary plugin. What this allows you to do is it tells you exactly what level you're going to need and what materials you might need to be able to complete all of these. It's a lot like the quest helper in regards to if you need to talk to someone or do a specific quest. This will tell you exactly which person to talk to and where to click. Once again, very essential quality of life thing that is just nice to have. Taking the number 3rd slot would have to be the custom menu swaps. Yes, it is an HDOS. I know a lot of people asked for this one specifically, and here you go. It's a very, very powerful tool if you don't already know what it is. For example, let's say you're at the barbarian fishing and instead of right clicking having to drop each individual fish, which can be very tiring and very annoying, you can use the custom menu swaps. If you hold down the shift key, right click on your mouse on the object itself, then you scroll over to it where the plus icon is, you should be able to see drop. Do that for all of the fish, and going forward, all you have to do is left click each individual fish like you would anything else, and it drops automatically for you. Now, it won't drop everything in the inventory, only the things that you set for the custom menu swap. So, very powerful tool. I'd recommend using it, and that's why it's the number 3rd slot. Swooping in at the number 2 spot would have to be the clue scroll helper. A lot of people must have this, a lot of people want this, a lot of people need this, and they finally got it. Though it has been on HDOS for a little while now, not a lot of people know about it. Now the HDOS team did do a little bit of rework on it. I think it looks great. It functions very well. All you have to do, obviously, is have the clue scroll inside your inventory, right click, check steps, or open it up if you so choose. It tells you everything on the top left-hand side on what you need, emotes, location, and equipment. On your mini-map itself, it'll actually have an arrow icon showing you exactly where to go. If you click the world icon inside the clue scroll information on the top left-hand side, this actually opens up the world map for you and shows you exactly where to go without even having to touch the world map and selecting on the clue scroll itself. So this is the perfect plugin for those of you who love to do clue scrolls. Now the number 1 overall plugin, the one that I'm always asked about, the one that everybody always loves, would have to be the quest helper. HDOS has finally done it. They have finally released the quest helper plugin. Now it does support every single quest and it does support every single achievement as well. So a huge win to the HDOS team. Basically, this allows you to start a specific quest. Then from there, it'll tell you exactly what you need. It'll tell you a direct path on what to do, who to talk to, what stuff you need in your bank account, and what stuff you need to buy from the Grand Exchange. Once you enter your bank, you should see a quest icon on the top right hand side. Then it will show you all the stuff that potentially might be useful to the quest itself. Same thing applies to the Grand Exchange. If you go to the GE, you'll see a quest icon right next to the search bar. Then from there, it'll show you all the items, exactly what you need to complete the quest. Once you do start the quest, it shows you exactly who you need to talk to. And during the conversation, it also highlights the text that you need to say to complete it even faster. This is one of the best plugins in my opinion, and they've done a great job with it. And that is my top 10 list of HDOS plugins for 2023. The HDOS team has came a long way since the initial batch of plugins that they released. This might even be the next big client for all of RuneScape. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notification to get notified when I post a new video. But with that being said, happy scaping, and until next time, ciao.